Welcome to Detroit and Ford Field as we anticipate a terrific matchup in this one. Hello and welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium, home of the Falcons here in Atlanta, Georgia. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the Kansas State Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Bringing it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Adjust the pattern. Johnson looking to throw. That's caught. It's Urban. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season.
Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down.
Wow, the quarterback got away with one there. He's lucky that... Drop that pass, because if he picks it, he might have taken that one to the house.
They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, 4th down in their own end, and they're going for it. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Kansas.
K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll field the punt and look for room. He was working his way on the return forward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. Past the marker. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. The Buckeyes may be leaders in the modern game, but this has an old-school, vintage Buckeye feel to it when they move the ball on the ground.
And Ohio State's done it year after year, and it's player after player, but this university recruits at such an elite level. They find dudes, and it's easy to run the football when you've got some dudes.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Here comes the heat. Finds his big tight end. Open space at the 25. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. He leaves it with his back. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Back to throw, it's Sayin. Makes the grab. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They just need a few more inches here on 4th down, and they'll try to get it with the offense. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got the tight end. Goes out of bounds, but they'll be set up with a 1st and goal. That might seem like a risky call to go for it on fourth down there, but you can't just hand the defense a win in that spot, David.
No, and when you go back and you look at games, a lot of times those field goals get you beat. And this offense is like, forget that, we're going to be aggressive. And because they got it, it was a great call.
And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
And this is an area of the field, man, who can be more physical. And you know I'm going to run the football a lot of times on these goal-to-go situations. First and goal, can I be physical? Can I get closer? The defense won that physical battle. Interested to see now if the offense thinks they can still run, or do they go to the passing game?
Tries again to get it in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
The give. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
To the air, it's Sayin. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Fit it in the window for the score.
And that is why timing is so important in the passing game. That is a critical fourth down. Down near the goal line, everything's going to happen quickly. It's got to be a great route. The quarterback has to get rid of it on time and make an accurate throw. Two dudes on the exact same page, coming up with a massive touchdown down near the goal line on fourth down.
Coming out with it, it's Lockett. He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. This should be the last play of the quarter. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. The toss to the right. And he steps out of bounds, and that's going to do it for the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Ohio State 7, Kansas State 0.
So second down here as we're back at it after the break. The give on the inside. Powers through the defender. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Johnson wants to throw it. Fires to the big fella. Boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short. In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. That time they were in their own territory. That took some lower intestinal fortitude.
I definitely did. And listen, if that's what you're going to be, that's who you're going to be. You're going to be that kind of offense.
He's got it inside the 30. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. And the Wildcats are on the move. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Lets it fly deep downfield. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
He makes a grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Kansas State. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Showing off the arm. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He's going for the big play. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls in.
Looking downfield, it's Sayin. Makes the catch. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Wants to go up top on first down. Intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. They'll start this drive with a pass. Looking for the end zone. Right out trying to get it in. The Buckeyes line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
14, Kansas City.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Lockett. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together making adjustments. Johnson looking to throw. Finds his big tight end. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Looking downfield on first down. Got a man. It's Lockett. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get into your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Forced out of bounds, good pickup there on the ground.
Well, short yardage situation, they decide to go with the toss play. And nice job up front, getting a little bit of push. That's all they needed to get that first.
To the air on first down. Throws for the tight end. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Caught in the backfield. It's Lockett. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The Wildcats need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. With the catch, it's Brown. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch, you gave it the completion, what do? You set up fourth and long, you're going to get the ball back, go get some water and celebrate.
Kansas State will have to punt it away. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. Late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Wants to throw. It's Sayin. Pocket breaking down. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. On fourth down, going to the air. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kansas State will kick off as we get things started here in the third quarter. On the move from inside his spot. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Sends it back in motion. Starts a drive trying to go up top. He hauls it in and nobody's close. Touchdown Buckeyes! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing them go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Bunch formation for these receivers. He might want another play. Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Wildcats are in the hurry-up.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Johnson wants to throw it. Fires to the right. Pulls it in. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. Kansas State has it with another 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Under fire. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Looking to throw again. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down. And this offense just can't afford not to get the 1st down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
And after your defense just went out there and gave them a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. And they were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. Might be calling a hot route. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. Not much of a decision to make there, as the defense will move them back. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. Stands in and takes the hit. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Takes it the other way.
And what a play by the defender. He's on an island all by himself in cover 1 man coverage. Just him and the wide out, and he ends up winning, coming up with a big INT.
offense working from the pistol. Back to throw, it's Sayin. Buys a little extra time. And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
So now it's 2nd and long. Quick release by the QB. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And a great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Things look great with that field position a few plays ago, but now it's 3rd and 6. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Things look great with that field position a few plays ago, but now it's 3rd and 6. They're going to test the right side with this one. Oh, he's got some space. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And the Buckeyes have taken it inside the 20. Right back to the well. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be...
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking for room, it's Donaldson. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
And we've been anticipating this top 15 matchup all week. Let's show you how things are playing out. Georgia is currently up big at this moment, so much so they're on the verge of giving UGA the rest of the day off. They're up by 17 over Miami. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Johnson looking to throw.
That's a great individual effort by him right there. When I think about Ohio State football, too, especially on defense, right, it's the legacy of the Silver Bowl. It's guys flying around, giving great effort, getting to the football, but it all has to start up front on the D-line. You've got to be dominant at that position. And right there, you just saw that, the ability to win one-on-one and make a play.
The Wildcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Leaves it with the running back. At the 15, he's loose. And he'll be brought down.
Well, that's a big run play, and it's not easy to do down at this area of the field, backed up in your own end. I mean, you're running into a box that's loaded full of bodies defensively, but the ball carrier was just able to sort of sneak and weave his way through there, giving his offense now a ton of room to work with.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on 4th down. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Ohio State 24, Kansas State 7.
And the Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on first down. down. It's 2nd and 9. Might be changing the route. Johnson wants to throw it. Good timing on the quick out. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Kansas State pushing the pace. Wants to throw on 3rd. He'll take a deep shot here. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. Kansas State really has this drive rolling. Wants to throw on 1st down. Wide open downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch.
Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Wildcats! That is what we call in the industry a defensive breakdown. That guy was loose for the big play.
Busted coverage, really, really bad execution. Somebody slips, somebody falls. Nothing about that defensively is something you're looking for, but the offense will take it and get the easy touchdown.
Returner's going to try to see what he can get. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Handoff from the gun. Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high-percentage passes.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice...
Looking for a huge play. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming there.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to...
Turning on the Jets. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That 1st down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. That's caught. It's Smith. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
Goes to the option. He'll toss it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. They have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Got it behind the line. It's Tate. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. They're just about to put this W in the books, guys. Comes against a ranked opponent, a team that most of us expected them to beat, and they were able to come through.
Yeah, but you're going to get challenged early in the season. It's fun to play other ranked teams and kind of see what you have. And this team kind of proven, like, listen, they're worth the ranking. They're probably going to continue to climb up the charts, handling their business early in the season against a pretty dang good team.
And I think at the end of the year, when the committee's meeting together and they're deciding which teams are going to reach the playoff, this is a game they're going to point back to. Hey, we wanted to find out more about them against a good opponent. They won the game. They took care of business. This was impressive to them.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The play action fake. Just a short pass to the tight end. He stopped well short of the line to gain at the 22. Not a chip shot field goal, but certainly makeable. We'll see what they do on 4th down. This offense believes you are given 4 downs for a reason. You've got to use all of them. 2 for 3 so far today. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. This defense will try to keep everything in front. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Hauls it in easily enough for the 1st down. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. With the clock running, this should be the final play.
I mean, how about it, guys, right? I mean, we're up here in the booth. We can't believe they decided to go for it on 4th down with the lead. We thought maybe, okay, it's just going to come up and try to draw them off sides and get a cheap one, get a cheap 1st down. But no, this coaching staff, they decide to go out and not just go for it, throw for the 1st down, and they get it. I guess that explains why they're down there on the sidelines and we're up here in the booth.